All right, everybody, we're going to begin our service with a song of gathering. As we settle into our seats, we celebrate for the ability to be together, to have this light in our midst, to be able to actually gather in person to celebrate a consecration for all of our new students who we're so excited to welcome today. So what could be more fitting than singing How Beautiful Is It to sit together with our brothers, our sisters, both literally and figuratively, because those words mean two different things, and all of our friends. Page 128, Hine Matov U'Manayim.
And if you need a prayer book, they're in the back on the table. Hine Matov U'Manayim, Sheverachim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov U'Manayim, Sheverachim Gam Yachad.
Thank you for helping to pass out the prayer books. Thank you.
Sheverachim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov U'Manayim, Sheverachim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov U'Manayim, Sheverachim Gam Yachad.
I'd like to share with you a story from the town of Chelm. Chelm is a legendary place where the people are always very kind and well-intentioned, but not always so bright. It happened one day, and it was around this time of year when the days were getting shorter, when the night was coming on sooner, that a man lost his keys and couldn't get into his house. His neighbor gets home, finds him in the neighbor's driveway right next door. The man is down on his hands and knees, searching for his keys. Says the neighbor, "What are you doing?" The guy says, "Oh, I can't find my keys anywhere. I just want to get into my house." "What are you talking about?" says the neighbor. "You weren't even over here. You've never been on my driveway. Why would your keys be in my driveway?" And the guy looks up at the floodlight and says, "Because I need to look for them, and the light is much better here." Could have told it in a different way. The light is much better here. That's my slogan for this time of year. The light is better. The warmth is better when we can share it, when we can share Hanukkah with one another, when we can share the light of Shabbat together, when we can all be lamp lighters bringing the light into the world, as you all are. And so we begin our service with light. We've already lit our Hanukkah candles. And now to light our Shabbat candles, we invite one of our teachers, Judy Posey, to please come up. We're on page 120 if you'd like to follow along. You can go ahead and light, and then Cantor will lead in the blessing, and you can sing along. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
Thank you very much. We always like to have a good time at TBT, and when we're in services is no exception. We like to make a joyous noise and sing out loud and clap our hands. So we're going to invite you all to do that along with us in our Kabbalat Shabbat service, which starts on page 131 with Shiru Ladonai, which means sing out. And I invite all of you to sing out too.
Adonai kol haaretz, shiru l'Adonai, baruchu shemo, basru miyom leyom yeshuato, sapru v'goyim kevodo, v'kol ha'amim nifleotav, ki gadol Adonai.
Try singing this melody with us? I still see there are a few people like that second row who don't have any prayer books. Jeff, would you mind bringing the prayer books to those who still don't have? I know there are a few, and we still should have plenty of books back there. Thank you for helping. And we're continuing with Lecha Dodi on page 138. This is the psalm, the beautiful song in which we welcome Shabbat into our midst, like a long-lost friend, like someone we love very much. And so after singing the first few verses, we're all going to rise and face the entrance to welcome Shabbat together. But before we sing, let's quiet down and remind ourselves that when we gather together to pray, we do so with quiet hearts, with respect. Even though it's not our temple, it's a place that we respect as we gather for prayer in the midst of our community and the Torah school. I'll invite us all to focus on these words and sing together joyfully. Lecha Dodi, page 138.
Shemoti Fer
Likrat Shabbat.
לקראת שבת, לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם, אספך. סוף מעשה, בקשה תכתיבה, יאי רי רי,
All together.
יאי רי רי לך רי, יאי רי רי, יאי רי רי לקראת שבת, יאי רי רי בני שבת, בני שבת נקבל.
Verse 5. Hit oreri. Please rise and we face the entrance to welcome Shabbat.
Boi v'shalom, ateret b'alam, gam besimcha, ub'sor olam, tov
We can face the front and sing out loud. Page 144, Chatzi Kaddish.
Yet gadol v'yet kadash shamei rabba.
Amen.
Ve'almati v'rachirute v'yamlik malchute.
B'chayechon u'b'yomechon u'b'chayedecho Beit Yisrael ba'agala ba'agala u'bizman kariv.
V'meru.
Amen.
Yehi shmei rabba mevorach. Le'olam le'omaya.
Yitbarach.
Yitbarach v'yishtabach. V'yitpahar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal. Shemei d'Kudasha.
Brichu.
Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata.
Tush bechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'amam.
V'meru.
Amen.
continue with our call to prayer. Baruch Hu is on page 146. We invite everybody to please rise. And our religious school students can remind their parents about the choreography, about who bows in which order. I think you will all be able to show them because we've learned it together. Put those hands together, y'all. What do you say? We can all have a seat, and we'll turn to page 148. One of the things that we always show gratitude for is the cycles of time that help us order our lives and figure out when to wake up, when to play, when to be productive, when to be sleepy. It doesn't say thank you, God, for our circadian rhythm. That's one of the things I always read into this prayer. And it's totally okay if you need to take a little break. I know this is a long and late evening after a long week for us. That's fine. And Cantor has a cool version of this song with some English and maybe some hand motions. Does this one have hand motions? Okay, cool, that she can teach us as we thank God for the cycles of time.
So the hand motions are pretty easy. We're going to roll into dark, roll into night. Night, you can reverse if you want here. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Yeah, see how many times you can switch your hands in this song.
But can you do this one?
No. I cannot.
It took me years to learn that.
All right.
Roll into dark, roll into night. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into night. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Hooray, yom halayla, Or mipnei choshen, or mipnei choshen, v'choshen mipnei or.
You're on a roll. Let's see it. Here we go.
Roll into dark, roll into night. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into night. Night becomes day, day turns to night.
Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim. Blessed are you, O God, who brings on the evening. Together on page 150, let's read together in English. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel together by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Page 152.
Shema,
Shema
Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Page 154.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'otecha v'hayu advarim ha'elem asher Anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha Vishinantam livadnecha, vidibarta bam, vishivtecha b'leitecha, uvelechtecha v'derech, uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha, ukshartam leot al yadecha, v'hayu litotafot b'neinecha. Uchtavtam al mezuzot beitacha uvisharecha leman tizkeru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem kedoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem Asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem le'Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem Emet.
Okay, so which religious school student or students can remind us of the hidden superheroes in the Micha Mocha, who are just right there to be found at Hanukkah time? If you remember, shout it out on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Maccabee. Everybody, can you point to, all of the kids, can you point in the Hebrew to the place where Maccabee is hidden? Can you point in the Hebrew and show an adult sitting near you?
Page 158.
We're on page 158. Thanks, Cantor. See that very first Hebrew line at the top? Top of the page. Mi, chamocha, ba'ilim Adonai. First letter of each word. Mem, chaf, bet, yud. Heroic deeds are hiding in plain sight, even within our prayer book. Meaning, when we thank God for God's heroic acts, we also have to remember that we get to be the heroes too, that God needs us as partners, so we can work together to bring about a better world. And that's one of the things we celebrate when we sing Mi Chamocha. So let's sing it together to this special Hanukkah melody.
Mi chamocha ba'ilim Adonai. Mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh nor b'tilot Sefer Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed. Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed.
ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב גאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. Page 161, let's read together this prayer for unity and friendship in stormy waters. Page 161 at the top. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up, waiting to do your will. Together, Baruch Atah Adonai, Hapores Sukkot Shalom, Aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Thank you, God, for protecting us, our people, and our city, Jerusalem. When we reach the Amidah, we have a chance to look back in time to our ancestors who came before us. We mentioned Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. And it's also a chance for us to reflect on our own ancestors. Because when we look at those Hanukkah candles, and I'm going to invite everybody to take a look at those Hanukkah candles if you haven't recently, they're still burning bright, one for each night, right? Who, when they look at those candles, has a memory of a Hanukkah experience in their childhood, or perhaps in recent years, that's special? I invite everybody to take a moment and share with a member of your family, or perhaps somebody who you haven't yet met. You can introduce yourself. Share a Hanukkah memory, a Hanukkah story from generations past that you want to bring into this Hanukkah.
quick announcement before we continue our service. If you were confused about the page numbers, we are using the page numbers in brackets, just so everybody knows.
Thank you for the reminder, Cantor. And thank you, everybody, for sharing those stories and memories. We're going to continue with our Amidah, which starts on page 164. 164. We invite everybody to please rise.
Adonai Sefatai Tiftach Ufi Agitei Latecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Hod Be'imahot, U'mevi Geula Livnei B'neihem, Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ve'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayei HaKol Atah Rav Lehoshia, Mashiv HaRuach U'Marid HaGashem, Mechalkel Chayim Bechesed, Mechayei HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Nochlim Verofei Cholim, U'Matir Asurim, U'Mekayim Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Bal Gevurot, U'Midom Elach, Melech Meimit U'Mechayeh, U'Matzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah l'chayot ha'kol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayei ha'kol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kedoshim b'chol yom yahalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
We invite everybody, if you wish, to keep praying silently the words of the Amidah. Please feel free to continue doing that. And everybody else, we invite you to turn to page 180 right now for Oseh Shalom.
Oseh Shalom b'imroma, U'yaseh Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael.
And feel free, if you're ready to do so, to have a seat. We're going to take a moment now for asking God to help those who are struggling, who are sick. We always take a moment when we have a congregational service to think of those who are in need of healing within our community. So you can think in your own heart of someone that you would like to ask for healing, and you can say their name out loud in just a minute if you want. Those of you in the Zoom room can also enter names of those who you'd like to be read for healing. Our community thinks tonight of our members April D'Amato, Norma Diamond, Henry Gettenberg, Sandra Hyman, Josh Lipschitz, and Sabrina Maurer. And our loved ones, Connie Ambrosino, Rebecca Morris, Sally Cottrill, Mikhail Levin, Rochelle Downheimer, Harriet Cohn Haggerty, Mickey Bart, Jay Fliss, Sue Yaris, Soraya Casey, Anne Marie Weiler, Carolyn Gold, Marion Macon, Ben Peck, Mark Potter, Martha Potter, Melissa Mihalko, Joan Sidney, Ira Weiss, Albert Acabo, Judith O'Connor, Josh Cohn, Elizabeth Powers Brown. If there are others you'd like to share at this time, I'll be coming around the room. We also think of Jess Frisch and Kristen Schroeder. I invite everybody to turn to page 371. Those are those bracketed page numbers as we share a prayer for Misha Beirach. If you are here for consecration tonight, can I ask you to raise your hand? I would like to share a story with you as we begin this ceremony for you and your brothers and sisters and your moms and dads and grandparents and your teachers with epic Chanukiah hats and everybody in between. I changed this story a little bit from a version told by my friend Rabbi Jen Gubitz. Once upon a time, long before iPads and iPhones, do you remember that time? Before TV, before streaming, before even there was electricity, there was a person in every town who was responsible for lighting up the streets. On the street corners, on each block, sat a lamp ready to be lit each night as the sun began to set. And there was one person whose job it was to walk from street to street, from lamp to lamp, with a flame she carried at the end of a long pole. Each evening, the rabbi told the story. This person would walk her route, lighting each and every lamp, no matter how cold it was, no matter how hard it was to reach all the way up there, she would light that lamp. But what if that lamp is in a desolate wilderness, far from everything and everyone? One of the students asked. The rabbi answered, then it too must be lit. And what, asked one of the students, if the lamp is in the middle of the ocean? The rabbi smiled and said, then one must put on a bathing suit, jump into the water, and light it there. Without it, she said, there would be no light at all. The student then looked up at the rabbi and said, Rabbi, I don't know what the right answer is. What is my job as a Jew in the world? The rabbi looked at her students and said, you can be anything that you want to be, but no matter what you decide to do with your life, you must be a lamp lighter. You must be a lamp lighter on the streets of the world. And so I turn to our dear consecration students. Tonight, you formally begin your Jewish learning at Temple Beth Tikvah, because through loving engagement and learning of our history, our values, our language, our music, you learn our history, the great joys and the sadnesses that we've experienced. It's through all of this learning that you too, all of you, root is the word chinu, which means learning, education. Parents, grandparents, by committing your children to a Jewish education, you are dedicating them to a higher call. You are paving the way for the next generation of lamplighters to take their place among our people. We promise to cherish them, to teach them the ways of our people. We pledge to be your partners because, after all, you are their first and most important Jewish teachers. Now, what about consecration? Does anybody know what consecration means? Consecration has a root word in it from Latin, which means making something holy. And in Judaism, holiness echoes, it reverberates outward from the source. Okay? Like our temple, it has the Holy of Holies, and then the outer chamber, and then the grounds, and the wall, and the city of Jerusalem, and the land of Israel. They're decreasingly a little less holy. And so too do these candles radiate holiness from the source. And so that is your job, once again, our lamplighters. This is your beginning. You are the spark that lights the flame. After the service, you can come up and tell me what movie that's from and get a special prize. You will be the shamash. You will be the source of holiness that radiates outward, bringing goodness into the world. So I invite all of you, friends, literally and figuratively, to bring your Chanukiah to the window this Hanukkah. We've still got a couple nights left. You're going to help us publicize the miracle, do pirsum hanes, share the light, so that we can all illuminate our windows and our hearts, and in the places in our world, because there are many where darkness remains, we can be there together. And you, each of you, all of our children, will be there leading and lighting the way. And so now Cantor Boyle is going to take a moment to introduce our consecration ceremony.
Thank you, Rabbi. So this is the place in our service where we are about to begin our consecration service. As the rabbi said, consecration is the act of making or declaring something holy. And so how are we going to do that? So we're all here tonight to declare and bear witness to the beginning of your formal Jewish educational journey here at TBT. All of you who are here tonight for our consecration service are our newest students, meaning you joined at some point in the last year or so, which means you started your Jewish education during the pandemic, no less. So we say welcome, we say kol hakavod, we say bruchim habaim, welcome to our community. And so you might think that your Jewish journey began sometime in the last year, but actually it started before you even entered our temple, if you can believe that. This journey began when you were first born, when your parents decided to raise you in the Jewish tradition and in a Jewish home. And in fact, just this morning, we welcomed the newest member of our Jewish community in the Hirschman home. And you've learned so much from your parents, who were your first teachers. They taught you how to share and how to be kind, how to listen and how to speak up for yourself, how to grow and how to care for each other, how to celebrate the Jewish holidays together, and what it means to be a Jewish family. And so at TBT, in our religious school, you will continue to learn about this and more. Some of you are studying the Aleph Bet, learning your Hebrew letters, starting to learn some of your Hebrew prayers. Some of you are studying lessons and stories in our Torah, and the Jewish values and mitzvot that are so central to our community. Now, usually the consecration service takes place around Simchat Torah, with the symbolic passing down of the Torah and the beginning of your studies. And as you can each see up here, you will each be receiving your very own little Torah to take home with you tonight. But today we're doing consecration during Hanukkah, and I think it couldn't be more perfect. As Rabbi Moss said, you are each going to be lamp lighters and bringing your light into the world, bringing your own Torah into the world, and sharing that warmth and love with people around you. And so to help me with the next part of the service, I'm going to invite up our temple president, Sarah Mervine, who's going to be helping me passing out the certificates of consecration. So you will each be called up one at a time. You'll receive a small Torah and your certificate, and then you'll go and stand over next to Rabbi Moss. And I'll tell you too, the certificates say they have your name, your English name and Hebrew name, presented to you on beginning your study of Torah at Congregation Temple Beth Tikvah on December 3rd or the 29th of Kislev, which is today. Set these words which I command you this day upon your heart. Teach them faithfully to your children. All right, so I'll give you these. They should be in order.
You want me to say their names?
Oh, I can say the names.
No, it's fine.
No, I've got it, I've got it. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, so first up, I'd like to invite Emily Arnold. Come on up.
Mazel tov. Don't go anywhere.
Right with
Stay
Rabbi
with me,
Moss.
okay?
Arden Bombs. Get some snacks. Mazel tov, congratulations.
Mazel tov. You can stand right here.
Finn Brandoff. There he is. Okay. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Finn.
Careful, you're still a little open. Tess Brandoff. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Mazel
And
tov.
great answer to the Hanukkah question. You know your stuff.
Emma Gold. Good job. Congratulations.
Okay, tell me after the service. Tell me after the service. Okay.
Harper Hirschman.
Okay,
Come on
okay.
up.
I'm excited to hear your theory.
Congratulations, Harper. Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
Benjamin Lipschutz. definitely, oh, is not here tonight, that's right. But I think I saw Lila, didn't I? Lila Lipschutz, come on up. Can we give her both of her and her brother? There's a for you and for Beth. Yeah. Cameron Cantro, are you here? I don't think I saw him.
Where is he?
Okay, we can set his aside too. Ruby Matamadinia. Congratulations. Mazel tov. Casper Narden. Come on up, Casper. Mazel tov, congratulations.
Mazel
Good
tov.
job. Mia Nadel. Congratulations. Mazel tov. Archer Orenstein. There he is. Come on up. Can we make a little path for our friends to get through? Otherwise, we're going to have to start launching some Torahs. Okay. I think Samantha Shalansky is also not here tonight. Yes. Nicole Simon. Congratulations, Mazel tov. There's your certificate, Nicole. Good job. All right. Yeah, I'll take those.
Is that Kulam?
That's everybody.
Okay, awesome. Great. Do you want to sing? Thank you so much, Sarah. Do you want to sing time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Who's not on our list?
who's not on our list? Okay, Lucy Sanchetti, come on up.
Please come up.
We'll get you your
Sorry, Lucy. We've got Torah for you, and we'll get you a certificate. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. All right, everybody. We're going to sing a song, which I know all of you know. And normally I'd ask you to clap your hands along, but you're currently otherwise engaged. So I will invite all of the adults and all of your siblings to clap along with us as we sing this song, The Tree of Life. Torah gives us life. It is a tree of life. Let's hear you all.
It is a tree of life to those that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. It is a tree of life to those that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. Shalom, 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 shalom. Shalom,
All right, only one step left, everybody. You're going to get a special blessing. And as part of that blessing that we're going to give, we're going to invite your teachers to come up. They're going to hold a little sukkah above your head, a little canopy. And so Judy and Jill, and is Shelly here? Okay, she's not here tonight. That's fine. We'll invite you to come up. And we're going to invite everybody to rise, as this is a blessing in the presence of our Torah.
Yeah, lots of Torahs.
Lots of Torah. Lots of Torah. I bet you can figure out why that is. All right? So, okay, kiddos, let's all gather and scrunch in the middle a little bit. Everybody step toward the middle so we can make you a little sukkah. Hopefully this will be good. It's going over your heads. All right? Okay?
Corner to you. So everybody get up.
Everybody under?
And scoot back a little bit too. Yeah. Thank you guys. Good job. Can we hold it in the middle?
I'll lift it up even higher. All right. Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, our God and God of all generations, we ask your blessing for these wonderful children today as they come together with their families and with our congregation, TBT, to begin their journey of Jewish education and to dedicate their life to Torah, mitzvot, and acts of loving kindness. We read in the Torah, "V'hayu hadvarim ha'ela asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha." Set these words which I command you this day upon your heart and teach them. Teach them to your children. Speak of them when you're at home, when you're on your way, when you lie down, and when you rise up. As all of you, wonderful children, embark upon your life of learning, it is our hope as a congregation that you'll gain a greater sense of the words and blessings of our people. You'll come to embrace the traditions and values of Klal Yisrael, the people of Israel. May all of you continue to grow in hearts, in minds, in your spirits, and yes, vertically too. I'll raise it even higher. And may the story of our people ever inspire you. May the truths of Torah guide you, and may the prophetic word of truth and righteousness enter all of your spirits, as we hope you will enjoy this lasting blessing throughout your lives, to which we can all say, Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'echeyanu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. One more lift here. Kids, may God bless you and keep you always. May God shine upon you graciously. And may God lift God's face to you, giving you the most important Jewish gift that we all hope for, the gift of shalom, of peace. And may every day you have fun and grow in our community. We love you and we wish you every blessing. Mazel tov! All right, you can all have a seat with your moms, dads, families. Yasher koach, congratulations. Tell me later. Oh goodness. Is she okay? Are we okay? I didn't see that, but did it sound worse than it was?
I don't know, she kind of face hurts.
Okay. Jeff Babin. You're up. You have the announcements? Not yet. Just a few minutes. Order in the court. Hey everybody. Here's Jeff Babin, who's going to offer us our greetings on behalf of our congregation's leadership.
Shabbat Shalom. Well, congratulations to all the children who had consecration, and it's exciting to see so many people here. I'm Jeff Babin, immediate past president on the board of directors. And a happy Hanukkah to everyone. It was great to see all the Hanukkah lights lighting up our way in this very dark December night. A warm welcome to any guests who are with us tonight. Tomorrow, please join us for Jewish mindfulness and meditation at 8 a.m., followed by Torah study at 9 a.m., led by Rabbi Moss. Links are in your inbox. This Sunday, December 5th, celebrate Hanukkah again with us. Weather permitting, we'll gather in the TBT parking lot at 11:30 with fun for the whole family. Music, activities, and sufganiyot. You don't have to have kids in the religious school to attend. So come get your donuts. Please dress warmly. Next weekend, on Friday, December 10th, Shabbat services will be here at Camp Laurelwood at 6:30. Our guest speaker will be Lital Rasovsky, who's the Israel emissary to our local Jewish Federation. Then on Saturday, December 11th, join us for a 10 a.m. service as we celebrate Benjamin Coe becoming a bar mitzvah. Again, Shabbat Shalom, Chag Sameach.
Thank you so much. And I'll add to that, especially relevant for this group, we've been starting a young family Shabbat service every single month, which has a lot of movement, a lot of songs, a little silliness, and it's short and at the right time. So we hope to see you for that. It's specifically geared for ages 0 through 5. That'll happen in 2 weeks. So mark your calendars for the 17th at 5:30 p.m. We'll take a moment now to remember those who are in need, those of us in our community who have passed away in recent days, or at this time in years past. It's a custom always at this point in the service to show honor to our mourners, and so we think of those who are in the period of Shiva or Shloshim, 7 or 30 days following a loss. Gloria Sack, wife of Ed Sack, Jay Greenblatt, son of Cynthia and David Greenblatt, brother of Stacy Reed. Arthur Stanger, father of Larry and Jen Stanger, and Deborah Friedman, mother of Eric and Lois Friedman. Feel free, if you're here, to say Kaddish at a yard site to rise as I read your loved one's name. Walter Jacobson, Ephraim Brower, Anna Steinberg, Bluma Boardman, Lottie Muller, Saul Paul, Luis Twitchell, Joseph C. Boardman, Edith Davis, Ruth Rosengard, Judith Moss, Lila Landau, and George Beckman. If there are others who are saying Kaddish tonight, feel free to share the names of your loved one with our community as I come around, or if you're on Zoom, you can add their names into the chat. I invite us to please rise in solidarity with the mourners. We're on page 598. Page 598. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach chiru'utei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, Ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru, Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'alam u'le'almei amaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shmei dekudesha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru, Amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shmaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Amen. V'aseh shalom b'imromav, v'yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru, Amen. May the source of strength give strength to the mourners among our people and give peace to the hearts of all who grieve this evening. As together we say, Amen.
V'aseh shalom b'imromav, v'yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru, Amen.
Please have a seat. Share Kiddush together, and thank you to Abby Lipschitz, who I believe baked the challah tonight. Is that right?
That's correct.
Amazing. We're going to leave the challah here, and parents, at your discretion, you can choose whether you want to give a little to your kids, but we have some hand sanitizer too. We're on page 122.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei perei hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu
בשבת קודשו, באהבה רצון הנחילנו, זיכרון למעשה וראשית, כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר לציון מצרים. כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. אמן.
Wow. This has made the entire plate warm. You know what? I retract my offer. I'm just going to eat this all myself. Can you all join me, please? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avon. Kids, if you want a slice, please come with your parent so that I know that you can actually have a slice.